I don't think we're supposed to show it here, but I'm gonna at least try. Just to see about it. Because this is the only time I think that I could, like, just walk up and interact and talk to Hugo. It's not even really talk to him, it's more of just a cutscene. Should I show Hugo the core I got from Noah? I might create a new possibility if I do. Okay, yeah, here it is. Because I know you can skip already seen stuff, but not new stuff, so show the core. I should show Hugo the core and find out if Noah is really still alive. Is that right? Yeah. I should find out how Hugo reacts when he sees the core. No one trusts me. I can't discount the possibility that Noah's still alive, even if nobody has seen him lately.
Hugo, I have a question for you. Noah's still alive, isn't he?
How did you...
Wait, if Noah's not dead, how has Hugo been doing all this?
Noah's health has presumably deteriorated to a point where he can no longer appear in public. This will help Noah recover, right?
That's... No, that's impossible. Where did you get that?
Someone trusted me to see it safely into your hands. Now, what condition is Noah in? I need you to tell us.
So be it. The Prophet's mechanized body has been malfunctioning for years. Therefore, I asked Fennel to preserve him in a state of suspended animation.
Fennel? But he...
That's right. I killed him. Without Fennel, the core is useless, which means Noah... God... What have I done?
And he just comes in.
My. Only now that you know Noah can be fixed do you regret killing me, huh? I'm not just some mechanical tool for keeping Noah alive.
Fennel, how are you alive? I thought I destroyed you.
I predicted that once Historica was used on you, you'd lose your already feeble mind and attack. I was quite right to install an auxiliary power source and an auto-repair program within me.
Uh-huh. You truly are the greatest Thaumatek engineer in all of Alistel.
How silver-tongued from a man who destroyed me.
I sincerely apologize for that. Please forgive me.
Well, staring at your bald head is getting boring. Let's hurry along to where Noah is.
And where is that exactly?
In the hidden room next door. Sleeping.
Reviving him will be a delicate process, so stay put. You with the core, though. Come with us.
Essentially, Motum, you're right. He just sort of went nanomachine, son.
What in the... This is different from the core I know. It might even be an upgraded version. Oh ho! A fusion with the structure of a Thaw machine's core unit? What a quantum way of thinking. With new specs like these, overcoming the design flaws will be child's play.
Truly. Then we shall be blessed to see the Prophet restored to his former glory.
But was the one who made it a genius? Or a madman? Such a bold attempt couldn't have been made without putting Noah's life in danger. Though it'd be a different story if they'd experimented directly on Noah's corpse.
Enough talk. Can it save Noah or not?
To put it quite simply, no. The core itself is too damaged.
But earlier you said it could overcome the design flaws.
Don't jump to conclusions. Thanks to this, I can reverse engineer the tech behind it. I will now upgrade the core. If it works, there should be no issues with reviving Noah. You should be honored to watch me work.
Where am I? What have I...
Prophet Noah, you're awake. I can't tell you how long I've waited for this day to arrive.
Noah, sorry to bombard you right as you're waking up, but I need to explain what's happened.
The guy behind you has done some pretty fucked up shit, both of them.
Yes. Please do. So I have you and that core to thank for being back among the living. You have my gratitude.
But of course. And what of you? What will you do now?
Much has happened while I slumbered, it would seem. Perhaps it would be for the best if the public believed me dead. Alastel is on the cusp of being born anew. I do not want the past to hold back its future.
Solid answer, actually.
If my children are to follow their own path, then I must do the same.
I've decided to follow Noah wherever he may go. There's nothing left for me here. Let the record state that I died alongside the Prophet.
How will we explain that to those who knew the Prophet could be revived?
I'll say the revival failed, and Hugo committed suicide to join Noah beyond the Veil of Death.
I don't like the implication that my work was a failure. But very well, so be it.
Let's make sure the timelines stay the same. Like, I don't like you saying that my shit fucked up, but we have to, so go on.
I did have fun tinkering on the core, so I'll grin and bear it.
Well, I should be on my way.
Use the Thaw Machine transport passage to slip away unnoticed. Farewell, Noah.
Farewell to you too, Fennel. And you as well, Stock, son of possibility. Even through the haze of dreams, I saw you doing all you could. Please continue to look after Alastel and the world.
When the snow melts, has been added to the White Chronicle.
Please, Prophet Noah, wait for me!
I'm still going to continue my research for your information.
Of course. Do as you will.
Then the story continues as normal. Where the cutscenes are going to stay the same, and we're just going to lie and say,
So it's finally over.
yeah, we killed him.
Thank you all.
You've returned, Stock. Protea and Hugo have been slain, and it would seem that peace has been restored to the world.
I thought you two would comment, though, that what we did, actually. Because they are above time. I thought they would at least have a line here that say, like, you've done something different. You've found a new path for the story to take place.
But I'm sorry, it's not over yet. I have added a new chapter to the White Chronicle. No matter what happens, please don't lose Stock.
Just in case, do you want to record your actions up till now?
Let's save. Yeah, it's now a whoop right over this, right over the boss fight. That does kind of suck. Even a simple thing of like, Stock, you've shown that what was not even in the book before, you can alter and make a new possibility. We should investigate this further, see what else can happen, to lend credence to the whole idea of if you do all of Nemesia's things, you can unlock something new that even the game and the people that guard time don't know yet. Imagine if you did it from the start of the game, we wouldn't be able to. The quest would not have been available at all. I could want it to change more things, but I also understand that everything they change, it's more voice actor time in the booth, and I feel like that probably adds up faster than I am possibly giving it credit for.
Thank you for being punctual. I'm glad I can count on you.
then here's for more money. This one will be taking you to the Imperial Ruins, but something seems off. Figure out what you can and get the artifact.
Ready for your next assignment? The artifact in the next world is around the Imperial Ruins, but something feels off. How do I put it? It's just not normal.
None of the possible worlds so far have been normal, Nemesia.
That's not what I mean. There's an artifact reading, but sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Either way, I'll have to head in and figure out what's going on. Will you be joining me? I know how valuable the Imperial Ruins are to your research.
I'd like to go with you, but I think I'll stay here this time. Honestly, it's creeping me out. If you run into any problems, though, make sure to come back. Better safe than sorry.
All right. I suppose I'll just head in by myself then.
Please do. Oh, and if you dig up any info on the Empire, I'd love to know about it.
Wait, what?
These are definitely the Imperial Ruins. But I don't understand what's going on.
There are people here.
Why are there so many people here? Either way, Nemesia said there's an artifact somewhere nearby. I should start by gathering information.
Let's make sure. And also, you can't leave. Maybe that's why there's so many people. They're trapped and they can't get out.
Yes.
Life is good here in the Empire. Thanks to Imperial sorceries, sorcerers, our lives are vastly improved. The Emperor has 2 children. The future's looking bright. What do you mean, fading out?
How can I help you?
Nothing especially interesting has happened recently, but I do have some juicy gossip. The princess has taken a sorcerer as her paramour. They're quite a couple. But the Emperor will probably never approve.
Yes.
Once we became an empire, the war raging across the continent ended at long last. In a time of peace, we have nothing to worry about. What is Paramore? I think a band, but I'm not sure. We were once a small nation, but our magical tome allowed us to unify the continent. Because of its dark binding, we call it the Black Chronicle. But you should already know that, being a citizen here.
Mm-hmm.
The Emperor is a Thaumaturg practitioner himself. He spares no expense in studying it. And once he unlocks the secret art of flux, then... oh dear. I've said far too much. Please, forget I said anything at all.
Do you need something? I can tell you're staring at me. Wait, Nemesia? No, it can't be. I got teleported. What's going on here?
I would have sworn that girl looked like a young Nemesia, too. Days past have been added to the White Chronicle.
Indeed.
Our long years of research and development have produced a new mobile armament, claw machines. Now we can finally eradicate the rebel faction in Etolia or Eltolia. I'm choosing that to be an I, not a lowercase l as the name of something. None can oppose us. Glory to the Empire! Long live the Emperor and Empress.
Yes.
Prince Alamy is young, but he showed the real knack for politics. He lends his ear to the people, proposes public charity works, and even helps the beast kind. Hopefully soon the Emperor will retire to a symbolic title, and Alamy will rule.
Yes.
I was on my way to work, not long ago, when I witnessed a bewildering sight. Among the middle-aged and to elderly sorcerers gathered at the palace were two young children. Perhaps they were the two prodigies everybody calls the Thaumaturg twins.
Yes.
Our land has prospered thanks to Thaumaturg, but I wish it could be applied to the household goods. If cooking and laundry could be automated, the lives of the peasantry would improve too. I should send a letter to the Empress. I'm sure she would understand.
Yes.
Their Imperial Majesties are Thaumaturg masters who transcend time. They are akin to gods. By pledging their faith in these divine rulers, the citizens of the Empire live in prosperity. Praise be our new gods. Achillegia, Achilles, and Luffy. May they reign eternal, Achilles and Luffy.
Of course.
Thaumaturg research is top secret. We common folk can't even imagine what they're up to. But as long as they produce results, I don't mind being left in the dark. Yet, rumors have it there's a giant underground research facility. And inside of it... Alright, she's probably back somewhere. In the middle.
There you are. Is that you, Nemesia? Why aren't you saying anything? Don't you need something from me? This again. Why does this world's Nemesia keep showing up? It seems like she wants me to do something.
I guess the only way to find out is by meeting up with her again. Days Pass has been added. More people to talk to? We do. Only Nemesia, actually. Nothing else.
Please, Nemesia. I need you to tell me why you're doing this. The prism. It's sensing an artifact nearby.
Obtained the Black Hourglass.
So you really are Nemesia.
An A+ answer. You are my final hope. Please, help me.
Nemesia, wait! She wants help, huh?
From past to future has been added to the White Chronicle. No combat involved at all.
Welcome aboard, Stock. I take it you got the artifact back?
Without much trouble, yes. Here.
Handed over a Black Hourglass.
This puts us one step closer to stopping the desertification. Thank you. So tell me more about the ruins. Did anything creepy happen?
Yeah. The memories left behind in the ruins had taken the forms of actual living people. It seems the citizenry was quite happy with life under the Empire.
I suppose Imperial Thaumaturg benefited everyone, not just the Empire's royal family.
That appeared to be the case.
Sounds like the artifact gave form to the residual thoughts of the people who live there. Either way, how mysterious. An A+ investigation stock.
What was even more mysterious was that you were there too.
What?
The Nemesia in that other world asked me to help her. I know possible worlds exist on a different plane, but from our own, but they still affect each other. That may mean the Nemesia of this world wants someone to someone to lean on as well.
Really?
I'm here for you, Nemesia.
What does that mean? You get an F- for weirding me out.
Hey, Nemesia. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. All this time, I've been gathering artifacts for you.
And all that help has been invaluable to my research. What would you like to know?
Well, what are you planning to do with these artifacts?
That's... As you know, the desertification began when someone in the Empire caused a terrible accident. What I haven't told you is that as we speak, a certain something is draining mana from the land.
And that loss of mana is what's causing the desertification.
Yes, and only by defeating it can the drainage stop for good. The artifacts are the tools needed for that. They're like the cogs of a greater machine.
What? Are you saying they form some kind of weapon?
You could call it that. I might suggest an alternate word choice, however. I would call it a relic. One not unlike your own. Its name is the Red Chronicle.
Another chronicle?
The Black and White Chronicles can grant visions of the past and future respectively, while the Red Chronicle lets its user gaze upon the infinite possibilities of other worlds.
Infinite possibilities? Does that mean...
Extra credit for figuring it out so quickly. But another mishap left the Red Chronicle scattered and torn. Only these artifacts can fix it.
So you need them to restore the Red Chronicle.
Bingo. On that note, this very ship is an artifact itself. Bet you didn't figure that out.
You're right about that. I never would have expected the Dunamis to hold such a secret.
Anyway, I've recovered more than a few artifacts thanks to you. Yet, it's still not enough to fully repair the Red Chronicle.
Well, I've come with you this far. I may as well stick with it until the very end.
That's the spirit, Stock.
The Red Chronicle. So that's why. Yeah, the reward for all of this is an alternate ending, I'm guessing. I'm wondering how much an update or like a upgrade it's gonna be to the original ending, though. How many more are there?
Welcome, Stock. What assignment will you take on this time?
Not many here I think we need to do, so how about let's just go through them. Why not?
Ready for your next assignment? This time, you're taking a trip to the Grand Plain. Alastel and Granorg are both marching their armies there. I'm getting an artifact reading from the battlefield.
Sounds serious.
Well, be careful on your way.
This is the Sand Fortress. So the artifact we're looking for is near here. Try to get around the situation. What is the war zone after all?
You know, I heard that Fennel has gone out on the battlefield himself this time.
What?
Whoa, really? Why?
I don't know the details, but a number of thaw machines have been deployed. Might be related.
We have an emergency!
Somebody help Fennel's thaw machines, they're going berserk!
What?
That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Come. We should go look into this firsthand.
What the hell? No one said it could go berserk. What are we supposed to do?
Enough!
We're losing men. I can't believe this. Where's Fennel? He's the one who can fix it.
What a mess. We haven't even touched Granorg yet. What should we do, Stock?
Fennel is the one who knows all about these thaw machines. If anyone can fix this problem, it's him. We should hurry.
Fennel can fix them, but where is Fennel? Find Fennel and put a stop to the thaw machine rampage. What happened to Robopope? We killed him. We killed the Robopope on our second try. Oh, there you are.
Fennel, we need to talk. If you can't get your thaw machines under control, we'll be...
You know, I applaud the voice actor for trying to make gibberish. But why do I feel like I kind of wanted him to read what was there?
Hey, doesn't this guy sound kind of busted?
Sure seems like it. That was nothing but strange noises. Wait, did he go berserk like those thaw machines? He has a mechanical body too.
Oh,
What now?
why don't we smack him? That's how I always fix stuff.
Hey, she gets it.
Considering his body, maybe there's an emergency shutdown switch somewhere.
Should I give him a good smack like Rainey suggested? Or should I perhaps search for the emergency shutdown as Marco was mentioning? I have to think about this one carefully. You know, percussive maintenance works 80% of the time, 100% of the time. So I dare say let's smack him. Enough time to waste. Maybe a good smack will jolt his circuits back into order.
Well, I guess a nice whack won't hurt. And who knows? It might even help.
Yeah, it's worth a try. Give him a hard one.
Well, if you two say so, maybe it'll work after all.
Hello?
Did it work? Fennel?
I see. So that's how it is.
How do you feel? Can you hear me?
Ah, yes. I just had a moment of enlightenment.
Not sure what he means by that, but looks like he's back to normal.
I can sense the thaw machines. It's as if they were my own limbs.
Wait, why is the prism reacting now of all times? Is the artifact inside Fennel's body?
With this, I'll be able to crank up their power even more. It's tinkering time. Let it be known that my skills are the best in Alastel. No, the entire world. Go, my thaw machines!
Oh god, is this a bad end? Stock strike jolted Fennel's loose consciousness, completing his circuits with the artifact. Awakened to enlightenment, Fennel led Alasel to victory with enhanced thaw machines. But in exchange for that victory, the overpowered thaw machines laid waste to the continent. The damage was reflected in the original history as well. The earth quickly withered and plant life was lost. The continent of Vanquir was left barren. But percussive maintenance. Fennel awakens. Finn.
Welcome back, Stock. Who could have known a simple smack would hasten the decertification?
I think you were just unlucky. There should be other paths you could have taken. Lest you forget, these worlds are connected. Major events in another can influence your own.
Please don't lose hope, Stock. We believe in you.
Just in case, do you want to record your actions up till now?
Alright, now back to this one. There you are. And now we shut him down.
Fennel, I need you to listen to me. Where on your body is the emergency shutdown?
Now I'm getting information out of him like this. Maybe I should go try to talk to him in my history with Alastor instead. Oh, god damn it. Just randomly walk up and be like, so, Fennel, how do I turn you off in case you break? How is that gonna go? I want to say you could probably find him in the beginning right here, right? Yep, but is it the right time?
Fennel, can I bother you for a second? I'm interested in the mechanization of your body. What do you do if it malfunctions? Does it malfunction?
It's possible, but rare. Always perform regular maintenance, and it won't be a problem.
But hypothetically speaking, what happens if the machine starts acting up?
Well, were that the case, I would need to perform a reboot.
And how do you do that?
Huh! I can't just tell you that. It's highly classified information. If you want to know that badly, I'll give you a body like mine. Then you can see for yourself.
I think I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, sorry to have taken your time.
Looks like I'll have to try something else.
Yes,
You there, wait a second.
indeed.
You're talking about rebooting Fennel, yes? I actually have a lead that could help you.
That would be much appreciated.
Indeed.
I once asked him this very thing myself. His response was,
In the event of an emergency, I placed a certain something in the medical office. I can't just leave it lying around, so I've hidden it with Thaumatic. It'd be absolutely impossible for a petty thief to find. Magnificent means of protecting confidential material, wouldn't you say?
he said, he seemed rather confident, but I don't expect it to be found by just anyone. I've actually tried looking myself, but didn't see a thing. Worth a shot. Just check out the medical office. But back in here. What do you know?
Is this what he was talking about? There's something written on this paper.
The Thaumatic Fennel Type 2 OS can be overridden via panel on the back of the head. If you wish to reboot the unit, input code 1414. Great, now I can reboot Fennel. Reboot codes. My Chronicle, then we go to this area over here. And we still remember, just don't hit him, because then the world ends. It's like smacking the TV, but if you do, all the channels will go off air permanently. Shut him down.
If I'm remembering right, the manual said to access a panel on the back of his head to reboot. Here it is. All I need to do now is enter the right code. I think it's,
1414.
that should do the trick.
Whew. I'm saved. Losing control of myself was troubling, to say the least.
What was it that caused you to go haywire?
Well, I attempted to integrate this mystical object into my operating system.
Yep, that's the artifact.
I believed it would allow me to control multiple Thaw machines at the same time. But it appears that was a miscalculation.
You could have killed someone, you know? Here, I'll be holding on to that from now on.
Red disc.
I'm done with it anyway. Yeah. Perhaps if I scale down that sensation, I may effectively use the Thaw machines to do my bidding.
Off he goes, mumbling to himself. Is he going to experiment again with what he's learned today?
Jeez, all that trouble and he hasn't changed a bit.
Well, the Thaw machines seem to have calmed down, so at least this case is closed.
Mark and I should go see if anyone's hurt. You okay with that, Stock?
Of course.
Then Fennel was restored. Yeah, try it, maybe.
Welcome aboard, Stock. I trust you've got something for me?
I do. Here you go.
And over the red disc.
A+. Thank you, Stock.
And the heal. Yeah, there was another bad end right here. Fine. Shut him down. Shut him down. Friends to play under night refrain Galeria. Nice, man. Let them join us, Angelo. Let them join us. What's 4444?
That should do it.
Self-destruct code received.
I figured.
Self-destruct? What would he ever need a self-destruct function for?
Every machine has a kill switch of some kind.
This can't be happening.
All personnel, please evacuate immediately.
Guys, quit blabbering! We gotta get out of here!
I beg your pardon?
What the? What is going on?
I don't know. Rebooting isn't working. Get over there.
I beg your pardon?
Fennel? The self-destruction of Fennel in the possible world impacted him in the original history as well. His body suddenly malfunctioned, and before long, he shut down completely. Losing Fennel caused Alistel's engineers to falter, and their strength in the war crumbled. Granorg claimed easy victory, and the entire continent was subject to Proteus Oh, Protease of Tyranny. Sorry. Gotta make sure to read the name incorrectly every time. Lost Pioneer.
Welcome back, Stock. It appears the machine man known as Fennel is vital to Alistel's survival.
Even your idle curiosity can change the world. Impressive.
Why did he build himself with a self-destruct function, though?
Every machine has a kill switch of some kind.
Just the constant knowledge of like everything has a kill it now button, mechanical.
You have to be kidding.
Please do not lose hope, Stock. We pray that you will find the proper path soon.
Just in case, do you want to record your actions up till now?
There's no side effects to finding a bad end. Since it just teleports you back here, it just fills in these areas. Almost every single quest has a bad end possibility. Whenever there's a dotted line leading out like there, it's one that I've not completed. And if it's from the main timeline, there was a choice that could be made, and odds are a bad end was there waiting for me. I dodged a lot of them. Some of them I walked into, though. And the ones I did usually were comical, or at the very least, just reminding you, go to another timeline. You're missing something. It didn't use the same code as Gundam. I just self-destruct. Went so fast to check. I do like, though, that even one of the Guardians of Time was like, everything mechanical has a kill switch. He's like, really? Fucking god damn it, really?
Oh, you look fired up this time. Which project are you tackling?
Death March. Somebody with an artifact is closing in on the Sand Fortress in this possible world. Head in there and claim the artifact.
Ready for your... This time, you'll be heading to another possible sand fortress. According to my readings, the artifact is on the move and making its way there.
Which means someone must be acting as its convoy.
There's no telling whether its holder is friend or foe, so take care. Have a nice trip, though.
It seems just as it did when we were waiting for Otto's arrival. What if that means Otto is the one carrying the artifact?
They're after us. We need to hurry and head south.
Yes, we must make haste.
Doesn't look like we ever promised to meet him over in this world.
What's that? It sounds scary.
It's Palamedes' division. There's no mistaking it.
This doesn't look good, Stock.
It's possible Palamedes has the artifact, but we need to stay alive first and foremost.
Come, let's push onward.
You can find a copy of this game? I would advise it. It's so far a good game. It's got a pretty good story, and I like the way it handles time travel. My only issue with it is that it's on the 3DS. That means if you want to play it physically on your 3DS, you can't buy it online, and you have to find a physical copy, in which case, good luck. We need to go south, right? Fine.
Yeah. They're here! Don't let them escape! Come at me!
Ignore me.
It's the enemy!
Oh god, the amount of barricades. Just ignore me. Going through all the things right here. All the things. Just keep going south.
Their preparation is sound. Are there any other exits to the south?
Afraid not.
This didn't happen in the history I remember. Which means...
It's useless.
Did you think you could escape? I have you trapped like rats. Yep, he has it. That light. So he really did have the artifact.
Follow my lead, everyone. Hold your ground.
I am the executioner.
Writhe worms. The executioner shall have your heads.
I won't lose.
It's honestly a game that should be easy enough to port to Steam. You would think that, but also they still have to portray both of the screens. They'd have to probably remake the UI if they want to, and I don't know how they would do it, or if they'd even be able to. At one point, there was an actual wonder of if you can just remake the game from the ground up using the old like audio, music, and maybe some sprites, but the actual UI and such may have to be redone. I'd love it, honestly. Like, this game is actually really good. I just don't know if they would do it. Also, I don't know what point else in the game will be doing this quest, so let's just see how it goes. Drag everyone to the center. Ott can then lift them up. And then we can push them down.
Too slow.
Historia Stream Rep's team was the princess and Ott. Reb using Gafka now? Yeah, because the story has sort of removed the princess from our party for a while now. So I started trying to level up Gafka. I'm kind of liking the versatility he offers once you find the books. Very key, the books. Really cleverly use that, yeah. Hey, JK, thanks for giving a sub to Solar Gem. You're awesome, man. Yeah, not having second screen really make drawing slower. I'm not sure. Like, I would need to play the new one to see how that is, but I feel like maybe it's okay. I'm not sure. The drawing of the screen, I feel, could be a bit more precise with a mouse or, say, stylus. And maybe some touchscreen laptops that can run the game, but I'm not sure. I would, again, need to actually play it and see how they did it.
I'll get him!
How about this? Gah!
In turns in battle, but yes, some things have to be redone. Yeah, if anything, something to represent, because the menus could be moved around and just sort of messed with. This whole turn thing could be displayed on screen somewhere, but you have to figure out where to put it and not obscure more of the vision. Like, there's a lot of things that seem like easy problems, but how do you implement them in such a way that you don't ruin the real estate the screen has to offer and how limited it is, even with this? And your Nexus, I haven't completed a single map. How dare you, Angelo?
Now!
How dare you?
This will leave a mark.
Impossible.
Oh yeah, I saw about the whole
Sorry.
dolphin debacle.
We had to win this.
Though from what I understand, it was not an attack, I think, on the emulator itself, but more of that the emulator can play games without a console's decryption key. Where they had used something to be able to bypass it or to brute force in such a way that the game just plays normally, bypassing all anti-piracy checks, thinking it's on a legit console. And they kind of may want to stop that, so that people have to dump their own keys from the console, and then from there, it can work. And also, yeah, not much of an attack. But then again, I normally do not believe Nintendo has the consumer's best practices or best ideas in mind. So for all I know, it might have been an attack, but at the very least, this one does not feel like it is from what I understand of it, however limited that may be. Impossible. How could these maggots... Retreat! Retreat!
We managed to drive back Palamedes.
Hurry!
It's not time to rest on our laurels yet. Now is the perfect opportunity to push forward.
And then the red horseshoe was gotten. Another game that is ported use of dual screens and touch mechanisms really well was Wonderful 101.
Welcome back, Stock. You okay?
Actually, I haven't played any of the Wonderful games. I remember playing, like, I don't even know if it's the same kind of game, but Beautiful Joe back on the GameCube at a friend's house for, like, maybe 1.5 levels, but that's it. Still never went back and played any of them.
Yeah, more or less. This is what you were waiting for, right?
Sorry, that's not it. You get an F-. Just kidding. It's an A+.
It often has the Wii keys that decrypt the games and will run the smooth them fine. But then it's going to be a problem of people need to dump their own keys. Or if you want to turn into a more gray or just straight up sometimes illegal means based on where you live and how the laws are there, downloading those kind of keys from somewhere and then just sort of sharing it. I mean, it's not necessarily stopped the PlayStation 2 scene. It's rather like the BIOS for that thing is needed for PCSX and some other stuff, and you need to get that from somewhere. And I'm sure everyone's dumped their own PS2 keys legitimately. Like, I actually have my PS2 over there that I did it with. And also, for what you were saying, Solar Gem, console guy, and it's only this year that I have a capable PC. Created a Steam account and started playing some games on PC. Not really custom to a mouse and keyboard, and I didn't have a PC compatible controller. I would personally recommend the controller I'm using right now, the 8BitDo Pro 2 controller. It also works with Switch, and I use it as like a Pro controller because I don't want to pay Nintendo that much for a Pro controller. It has motion controls and everything. It just cannot, if I remember correctly, read RFID stuff. But I don't really care about that. Ah, gotcha. PC was the golden era of gaming. I feel like you could say that for almost every console generation, though. Every console generation had some games that are fantastic, some that are cult classics, some that may have been misunderstood by some, but at the time were amazing and eye-opening, just for people that had not seen anything newer than that. I'll agree that PS2 probably had some of the biggest libraries of just solid games. But at the same time, I don't want to discount the other ones because I don't really know their libraries that much. I never owned an Xbox, so I don't know how many just killer titles it had. I had a PS3, but I didn't play all the games, and there was a lot of shit on the PS3 as well because they were breaking into that whole system. And I don't know about the Dreamcast. I would say the PS1 had a lot of good games too. Maybe not as much as the PS2 though, because PS2's library was just huge. But I want to say that you could probably make an argument for every console generation that it was a golden age in its own way.
Danger and artifacts go hand in hand. Be prepared for anything.
We have 2 more. Howling Spear and a Growth Book. That's an email. Hold on. God damn it. No, it's not that. Oh well. Oh god, yawning. Fuck. Yeah, sorry guys. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
You're always welcome aboard.
I have a Dreamcast fun console with limited game options, unfortunately. Unfortunately, only my cousin had the Dreamcast, not me. My cousin was like, I want to say maybe 6, and her family was doing really well, so they got a Dreamcast. And I was like, damn, that's cool. I was, I think, 9 or 10 at the time, and I wanted to play it. And I remember going over there, trying to be friends with the family, and then just like secretly trying to go to their Dreamcast, turn on to play it. Because they had... fuck. I forget what Sonic game it was, but they had a Sonic game. They had... oh, fuck, what was it called? This one platformer game. I don't remember what it was, or like what it was called, but just... God, it was so fun to play. Let me see. My PS2 Golden Age with Ratchet & Clank, Jak and Daxter, Onimusha, and Dark Cloud 2. Dark Cloud 2 I never played. Onimusha, I've seen it, but I never played it. That's coming... Okay, here it is. I'm going to go on a detour right now. I'm sorry, guys. But... if I had to narrow down, like, PS2 games that influenced me greatly and, like, were my quote-unquote golden age... let's say limited to, let me see, you said 1, 2, 3, let's say limited to 4. 4 games that changed, that were my golden age. I played them a lot, and they impacted me the most in the PS2 days. I would say one of them has to be Disgaea 2. Because I played that one first, and it was such a big thing for me. After that, Devil May Cry 3. It's where I got my online name, like, being honest. After that, though... I actually kind of want to say Ratchet and Clank, but the third one, I think it was called Up Your Arsenal. At least here in the States. I remember it having a different name somewhere else. But that game was huge for me and a friend because we would just constantly pass the controller back and forth. And that was before we got Deadlock. And then the last game that did the most for me, I'm going to cheat and give you 2. I never played Jak and Daxter when it came out, so I don't really know about any of that stuff. I only played Jak and Daxter 3 with when a friend let me borrow it. I didn't get to play it for very long. So I'm going to cheat and give you 2. Because they were for the same reason, technically. One was Guitar Hero 3. The other was Burnout Revenge. And it's for the exact same reason. The soundtrack. I did not have the money to buy a lot of CDs and just listen to a lot of music. I was rather sort of small and like my own little bubble. I mainly knew music from game soundtracks. That's the reason I actually still put a high value on them, because I love them and I remember them so fondly. But Burnout Revenge and Guitar Hero 3 were the first times that I really started listening to other bands, and that's where I sort of started getting my eyes thrown at these other artists that I never really knew about. First major console game I remember is Tales of Vesperia. If we're talking about first major like game, console game memory, for me it's it's Mortal Kombat. It's straight up Mortal Kombat. I remember Revenge. I think Revenge came out after Takedown, which was 3. No, I remember when my uncle, for my I think like 8th or 9th birthday, he had seen me going like wanting for the consoles. I wanted a Game Boy and everything. I think I had maybe been close to getting one, and he wanted to one up my dad. So he's like, here's the PS1, and here's a game for you to play. It came with a demo disc, so I was like, I can play a lot of those. It had like Spyro the Dragon. It had the first area of Metal Gear Solid 1, things like that. But he said, by the way, here's this game for you. My parents didn't know what it was. And they thought like, oh, a lot of the games are going to probably have like some really cool, edgy looking stuff. So they were like, okay, sure, you can play it. And with that, I got Mortal Kombat 1. And I got to tell you, I popped it in, I played it, it was eye-opening. And then one morning, I think my mom, because I woke up early to play it in the living room, she came out, saw what I was doing playing. She's like, oh my God, what is this game? She took it. My dad hid it, and to this day, I never found it. We moved from that building, and we never found it. It was probably thrown away or something. But after that, it was like things such as Crash Bandicoot, Tekken 2, MGS1, the demo disc only, and Crash Team Racing. Those are like pretty much the only games I played on the PS1 when I was a kid. Let me see, were there any other PS1 games that I remember playing? Oh wait, yeah, of course. Technically Digimon Survive 2. Or not Digimon World 2. I rented that game so much that my parents just said, it's cheaper for us if we just buy it for you. So they did. And it was an amazing game. There was also Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. There was, I never played any of the Final Fantasy games, so it's nothing like that. What other PS1 games were there that I played and I loved? What was it called? What was it called? Top Down. Actually, was it Top Down? I don't remember. Fuck. I remember playing, I think it was Diablo. The first Diablo. I don't remember if it was, though. I just have this feeling that it might have been Diablo on the PS1. Though that's like me grasping at straws there. I don't actually have a solid memory to go on. I just have this feeling that that was one of the games that I played. If you're going for just raw, like I remember playing it as a kid, there was Tony Hawk Pro Skater. There was, what's it called? Digimon World 2. There was Crash Team Racing, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. It was Mortal Kombat 1 or 2, I don't remember which one. Tekken 2, I believe, and Tekken Tag Tournament. Forbidden Memories. I think that might have been my entire PS1 library. I don't remember what else I played. I would need to like look at all the entire PS1 game library to really give you more than that. I remember right, my consoles were the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 1, GameCube, PS2, Wii U, PlayStation 3, DS, 3DS, the Switch, and I was mostly a Nintendo, Sega, Capcom, and Sony kid. Never touched the Xbox in my entire life. I only touched the Xbox when going to friends' places because they had the Xbox. They played online, and I always sort of wondered about it. I still remember, actually, a friend of mine. He was the first one of my friend group that got online gaming with, like, I think it was Halo multiplayer. And we would always pass the controller whenever we died in, like, death matches or anything like that because we were tired of playing multiplayer on our own and we wanted to try online, so every single time we would just move it around. And sometimes it would just be fucking unfair. In some of the shooter games, you would just, like, spawn, run to the left, and then die. And then, like, all right, control someone else. Like, I got to do nothing. Like, it's going to get to you just as quickly. Because no one in my friends group was actually that good at first-person shooters. It wasn't until maybe high school that we started getting good at that sort of reaction time, but we couldn't hold it for very long. Involves me and my dad playing Secrets of Evermore on the SNES. Such a great RPG involving time travel. More of a Spyro than Crash player. I never actually owned a Spyro game. I only ever played the demos. Like, I don't think I ever, like, none of my family or extended family ever actually owned Spyro. So we just, like, I just relied on the demo disc to help me out and get me some new stuff. I was more of a Spyro Crash player. First Xbox was 360. My games were 4 Nintendo games: GoldenEye, 1080, Bubble Bobble, and Mario Kart 64. Nah, I unfortunately never really had Nintendo home consoles. I had a Game Boy Advance and then a Game Boy Advance SP. And those are really my only Nintendo handhelds up until far in the future, where I just got a 3DS. Just out of hand, because I'm like, that looks cool. I want to try it. Didn't know stuff like that was possible then. My first experience with a modded console was actually still in high school, the PSP era, when people were asking me, because I have glasses and I looked at the type, like, hey, how do you hack my PSP? Like, what? Like, also, can you hack the Psychic 2? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why do you think I can do it? Like, yeah, you're good with tech stuff. You're on the computer a lot. I'm like, I'm typing up my homework because they demand we type stuff now. Like, they're demanding. I remember still everyone going on about, like, how a lot of people would say, you need to type out 3 pages for this paper, for this thing you gotta deliver in. It's gotta be like a little over 1,000 words and stuff like that. And everyone would try to like find a way to cheat it. And we were, oh God, I remember who told me the idea, but they're like, by the way, Reb, come here. You see this little drop down here? Change the spacing on your papers. It will go longer and you can BS your way out of typing that much. And my God, that was a revolutionary thing. For like all of, I think it lasted all of 2 weeks before my teachers found like, hey, don't do that shit. That's when they started wanting it in USB and they review it rather than a paper printed out. There was a lot of there was a lot of tactics that we used to cheat, or it feels good to say cheat, because it wasn't even cheating. It was more of skirting the line of what you're supposed to turn in for homework stuff. It was just like so exciting and fun. Like there's a lot of things from back in the day that I miss. And it's weirdly not a lot of the stuff that I associated with being fun, actually, when I was a kid. Like a weird thing, actually, just pointing out right now. Sorry, I know we're supposed to be playing the game, but I'm probably going to end it here soon, but just weirdly. How many of you guys that admittedly were born back then to have this memory, you would be able to have your desk, and then under your desk would be your hands, and without even looking, you would be able to text a message to someone because you had already memorized the letters to number input on a regular phone pad. Because I remember the first time I got a cell phone, it was one of those flip phones, and I could just like type those things out. I'd have to look down once to read the message, and then I'd be like, all right, I know exactly what to do to type it. And that directly translated to the PS3 because their typing system was also that. So I just one for one exported my knowledge of phone typing to that, and I could type fast as fuck on that. It was a weird skill set to have, and I still have it technically. I can still do that if you just show me a phone number. I'm like, I know exactly all the buttons to do it. It's just weird. Let's go before cell phones were commonplace. Yeah, I was there for the dawn of laptops and computers starting to enter general high school and be accessible. I saw when storage media, the biggest thing on the block that you could like commercially buy and not break the bank, was maybe 1 gigabyte on a thumb drive, and only the richest had it. Everyone else was done with 256 megabytes on a thumb drive, and that shit was like, people would say that can hold 500 songs so much. And I still remember I had this one MP3 player. All I could do was play music. And the way you would load songs into it is that you would take off one of the ends and it would reveal itself to be a USB drive. You would just plug in the songs into a folder structure, take it out, and then it would read all the songs and you would be able to play it on your headphones. That shit was magical to me. And then not long later, my friends would come and say, yo, have you heard about this new iPod? And I'd be like, what is that? You can see the songs you're about to play? What the fuck? And then I, in a bid of trying to keep up with the iPod and everything, because I didn't want to go for the Apple product. I didn't have a Mac or anything, iTunes and all that stuff. I said I would like to be able to hop onto that bandwagon and get some good, like, musical things. So you know what I did? I bought a Zune. And that shit didn't last long. I thought it was so cool too. Like, I thought it was amazing. Because it was the first one I had. My previous MP3 player, if not my phone, was that like 512 megabyte MP3 player thumb drive. Stuff we did. Oh no, that's not even like cringy stuff. God. the amount of cringe stuff I did as a kid, there was a lot, but I feel like I've repressed a lot of it too. Like what I know right now probably does not scratch the surface of what an idiot I was as a child. It's there somewhere though, building blocks that made me me, but just, god damn. The cringe I did and I existed, I guess. Nah. Like there was a lot of stuff that was just sort of off about me as a kid, I can tell. Even looking back, I can tell, but there's probably a lot that I just think was normal, which everyone else was just abnormal. I was a hellion when I was a younger kid. I feel like every child was a hellion at some point when you were young, man. Not everyone was the way their parents wanted them to be, but that's just the way everyone grows up. Went to read an interview, and it ended as, "What up, Angelo?" I was too bland by the self-reflection to be cringe. Neil ran from me when I was... That's impressive. Ancient Odyssey was the hardest to port, but with this job done, we learned a lot for the new generations and to apply to the next games. Hey, so what you're saying, Angelo, is they've learned how to do it. They could port all the old Ancient Odyssey games and then say at the end of it, we're making a new one with everything we've learned and building off of it. So, Angelo, there may be hope for a new Ancient Odyssey game at some point, and we'll be able to play it right here on stream. All right. I did want to go to the gym and get some other stuff done, and also I am hungry, so thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you had a great time. Still doubt? But don't have doubt. Have faith, Angelo. You gotta have faith. Tomorrow, Final Fantasy IX. I did grind out a new card for that one that we were gonna reroll for. The sad part is, it took all of 10 minutes to get a good card. Like, I was in it for the long haul, but it just happened so fast. I'm like, alright, fuck it, it's done. Well, we just got here. No, you didn't, JKO. You lied like a log. But this game, I'm starting to feel like I should have played it on a normal stream day, but I'm happy I still gave it a chance because I would not have done it, actually. I'm happy about this. And I'm happy about it just talking about the old shit, too. It's fucking amazing. God knows the amount of stories that we probably all have about just high school or just childhood. The way things changed and the way we changed. I love talking about it so much. Surrounded by boomers. No, you are not. We're just surrounded by zoomers. Alright, guys. Stay awesome. Hopefully, you'll entertain you one more time, another time. See ya.